wanna put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways.
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And that's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the BLEEVESCRYPTO YouTube channel. You got to become a member because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald Duck.
I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 Lady, and I got my shine. Money in my pocket and we're feeling fine. Radio's loud and we're playing Sublime. I think it's gonna be a good day, my oh my. I can't believe I made it this far, it's a miracle. Floating in the clouds now, used to be miserable. Never looking back since I changed my ways. I'm on that good life tip today. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Baby, we can have it all. We can make love by the waterfalls. I'm living that good life after all. Yeah. La da da da, good life, sitting by the fire. La da day, good life, feeling that breeze.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good morning. My name is Bleeves. This is Breakfast with Bleeves, and we're kicking off the day with what in the absolute F is going on with the market, because things have been getting just out of their mind crazy. We are having giant swings. You know what that's indicative of? That there's going to be something massive happening, and I know what it is. As a matter of fact, I've seen it. The Allahs and the gods have all spoken to me, and they've told me exactly what's about to happen, and it's about to get real sticky icky here as we start to moon, because we're about to have just a massive, and I know that they can protect it for a little while, but at some point they're going to have to acquiesce. We're going to have a gigantic short squeeze, and crypto is going to pump. At least Bitcoin's going to pump absolutely out of its mind for a short period of time. We're going to see this thing happen. And while we're at it, we're going to look over here and we're going to look at some of the earnings, because, I keep saying that things are going to get worse. I keep saying that we're going to have these problems and stuff like that. But man, oh man, oh man. You know what? Let's just look at it. I'm going to pop this up here on the screen, and we're going to look at the pre-market. You can see the Dow's at 49, S&P's at 16, but the NASDAQ is up 107. Now, why the hell is the NASDAQ just mooning like that? Well, the answer is NVIDIA has gone out of its mind. Earnings beat its earnings, but as you start going down here, you're seeing a bunch of misses. You're seeing nice beats. Yeti Holdings miss. So if you haven't bought one of those cups, now go buy a goddamn cup. What's wrong with you? Bath and Body Works beats but guides lower. Dish Network reports, and their report is in line. The earnings of $1.47. The consensus was 47 cents, so they absolutely crushed it. Planet Fatness just killing it. The people. And Alibaba beats. AEP beats. Wayfair misses. Wayfair, you've got just what I need. I guess you don't. Domino's Pizza beats. Fatty. Hey, Fatty. Domino's Pizza absolutely out here killing it and killing people, because pizza. And then Medical Trust Properties misses. So a mixed bag of earnings, but the places where it matters, the things that affect crypto, we're all positive. So what's happening in the market? Well, we come over here and we can look and see that the last hour we've seen a little bit of up But generally speaking, the last 24 hours, it's been just sort of a mixed bag. Altcoins having a little bit of a run, Ethereum up a little bit. But, we get this 1 hour report over here. You see not a whole lot happening. 24-hour engine up the blockchains, the immutable just laid off 20% of its workforce, by the way, not because they were having problems or struggling financially, but because they wanted to prime it for the future and for growth, and they didn't need these people. So Conflux continues to outperform. And OKX is out here crushing it, up 88% on the year. So a lot of different things happening. Positive. When we get to the market over here, the market is just really drunk right now. We're going to move this to the 1 hour chart, and let's look at this. About 3 hours ago, now 4 hours ago, you had this gigantic sell down, taking Bitcoin from 24,264 all the way down to 23,688. Then it kept dipping into the next hour, and then it got bought back up all the way up, and then that sold back down. And now here we are on another candle that looks like in 10 minutes, it's not a gigantic candle, but it looks like it's about to get interesting no matter what. Okay. And what is happening? Why is the market getting so radical right now? And by the way, while we're looking at the entire crypto market being down, right? While we're looking at a negative minus 10%, look at DeFi. DeFi is pumping itself out of its mind right now, continuing to not exactly new highs, but getting very, very close to the, and I should say local highs, not all-time highs, but it's really starting to pump, and we're starting to get a lot of interest in DeFi continuing to build up. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff happening in the world right now, but let's get into chat and let's see what's going on. Fit in crypto. It's the shakeout. There you go. Might be the shakeout. Richard Caldwell, good morning. Kurt Dahlstrom, good morning. Tom Kalai, there should be a shit ton of people jumping in due to Indonesia. I don't know. All right. Volt. There should be. I mean, there might be. Indodax has 159 million in total assets and about 15 million in daily trading volume. So I mean, there'll be some. It's a growth process. Unless you're adding the biggest of the big exchanges, then you're not going to see just a gigantic pump out of it. You're just going to see some growth. And the growth that you're seeing, the growth that you're seeing out of Volt right now is gigantic. It's absolutely gigantic. You're seeing every day, you're seeing new holders being added. You're seeing the improvement of the entire ecosystem, and it can't not be fast enough for you. If you're scalping and you're just trying to make a buck off of some trade and you're trying to grab some ETH out of it, then I would get it. Maybe that's, maybe you would be concerned if it's not just running wild. But look, here is the number one cryptocurrency in all of cryptocurrency, and it is way down from its all-time high. So we really need to stop with the why is it not mooning kind of thing, because it's and I'm getting, by the way, not you, Tom, by the way, I'm getting asked this constantly. So I'm using your comment as kind of a segue into, like, Jesus Christ, like give it a minute. Let the wine breathe before you start drinking it. What are you, homunculus? You know what I mean? Good morning, Mr. P. Timsky's in the house. Dr. Ramana got for not burning his dev wallet. Let's go over here and let's have a what a day. Dr. Praveen just issues a statement that says, "Dear loyal Terrarium community, we had a board meeting today after a few concerning notifications we're receiving regarding Dr. Ramana Nadu. He has been adamant and persistent regarding not burning his share of the developer's wallet on multiple occasions, as he wanted his tokens to sell for his own personal gain, thereby injuring the project." Yeah. and more importantly, in direct opposition to the community's consensus to burn the dev wallet. Well, the community's consensus was also version 1 and no version 2. So I don't understand why we're into community. Look, we are taking this as a precautionary step so he cannot cause further damage with intent in Terrarium's best interest. Only after this fact was verified, then was it made actionable by a unanimous decision made by the board to remove his role and position within Terrarium for the safety of the project. We appreciate your understanding. Then, of course, there's responses from people along the way. I have no. Look, if you're in direct opposition to the community's consensus, then why are we moving to a V2 if the community decided no? So I don't know that we're really interested in the community's the community's consensus at all. Now, I'm not saying that this guy's not out to make some money, but if he put up money in this project and he is able to take money out of the project, he can do that. That's investing. You're not doing this for life and taking a giant L. So maybe his life and his standards and something has changed about it. Dr. Ramana Nadu has not issued a statement in any way, still has all of his Terrarium stuff up. And as you can see right here, has not been on Twitter since the 9th when he retweeted this right here. And I don't know if that was the 9th or not, but it was like the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th when he was out here doing all of these retweets and shares. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll watch with bated breath to see what happens with Dr. Ramana Nadu over Terrarium. But there we are. More drama. And people are talking about the selling in the wallet. So, hey, there it goes. So anyway, let's get back to the chat here. God damn. What's up, Kenneth? Cash, Justin W., good morning. Jeff T's in the house. Jay Manuel, Kenneth Valera is in the house. Beaver Lumber. I'm not answering too many questions. I'm trying to get through this as quick as possible. Ant S. Carlos, Ben Farrar, Crypto Craig in the house. Kamal is here. Donald Strickland is in the house. CEO 100 in the house. Living the dream. Glenn Allen, G-Man, Karen Waters, Greg M, Timsky, Domino's or Pizza Hut. Gross and double gross. However, I did grow up on Pizza Hut. I did really like Pizza Hut, man. Back they had this thing called Priazzo, and if anybody here remembers Priazzo, God, we need another Priazzo. Morning from here. Good morning, Glenn Allen. Your videos have been very. I appreciate that, and all I'm trying to do is help everybody. I'm Volt for Life is in the house, volting it. Dalton Wingirter's here. Maria is here. I'm new to this channel. His videos are really nice, though. Still new to trading. Hey, maybe you'll learn something here. Angel is in the house. Diggy's here. Marco D, Local 420. Hey. Hi. No, I mean you are, right? We get it. We get it. Defend is in the house. And now we are caught up. And Eric B is here. What's going on? Zero Dune, are you still in NGN? Of course. Guys, look, if you ever have to ask me that kind of stuff, I don't sell. Like I'm not one of those guys that like if you said like if I have tokens, you can pretty much bet your ass that I'm gonna either hold on to them or I'm gonna make a video for you and be like, hey, listen, I'm exiting this position because, and you don't see me do that very often. So yeah, I if I'm not saying it, I'm holding it because my wallet's public, by the way, believes.eth. You never have to question whether I'm doing something or not. It is always right there in front of you. So now let's get into some news, because now that we've gone through the craziness of Terrarium again, it just continues on. Now, we did have, by the way, Milton did make a post, by the way. One of his posts indicated that they had burned a gigantic amount of supply. In fact, they had gone to the burn wallet 1,000. By the way, it doesn't. it doesn't do much at this point, right? But Milton, as promised by the Terrarium team, developer wallet worth 2.5 quad, estimated at 426 ETH, worth 702,000 has been sent to the dead addresses, which doesn't make any sense at this point. What's up, Husky? How you doing, man? Which doesn't make any sense at this point when you're moving over to a V2. And I don't know the terms of the V2 contract or anything yet, although it was, I did see that it's out there, and I suppose we're going to look at it very soon. But here you go. RD Price actually has this is the information right here that probably matters the most. To go from a token to a coin, right? A token is something that's on an existing blockchain. A coin is, in fact, its own blockchain. So I do believe that what we're seeing right now, and what we're witnessing, is Terrarium going from becoming a token on the Ethereum blockchain to an actual coin representative of its own blockchain. Now, does the version 2 do that? I don't know, but it probably sets it up for the future. So we can probably say that it's going to be reasonable to assume that is part of the reason for that happening. Now, let's get into some of the news here. Will JP Morgan renew institutional interest in cryptocurrency? Listen, JP Morgan. Hold on. Heidi Lewis, you said the name of your. Oh, all right. Y'all got to go, bitch. All right. So we're going to be blocking, and we're done with that. All right, guys. Listen, Derek Walter, you can kiss my ass. How about that? All right, so will JP Morgan renew institutional interest in cryptocurrency? Now, why would they do that? Because Jamie Dimon continues to tell you over and over again, every possible opportunity he has, that crypto is a scam. Crypto is a game. People are running games on you, and they are treating you like puppets and pawns, and there's no value in cryptocurrency. So let's go back to the article. Oh, look at this. JP Morgan is planning to open a cryptocurrency lab in Athens, Greece. Why would JP Morgan be doing that? Why wouldn't they be listening to their boss, Jamie Dimon? Why would they not be listening to Jamie Dimon? Jamie Dimon told you that this is that it's all a scam, right? So what are they doing right here? The answer is very simple. Jamie Dimon is a liar. He's a manipulator, and what he's trying to do is screw everybody over because they want to buy the dip and they want to get in on that cheap price. That's what they want to do. Are you still holding Advantis token? I've never held an Advantis token, so no, I'm not holding it. They haven't ever approached me about doing any partnerships or agreements or anything like that. Timsky and some other people have asked me about it. I've looked at it, and I'm using it right now when I do analysis on tokens and stuff like that. I think it's okay. I don't think that it's great so far, but it has the potential to improve. I mean, obviously it's going to improve over time as they add new things to it. So for right now, as a rudimentary thing, it's just as good as Token Sniffer. So I would like, well, it doesn't have like the bubbles. It doesn't have like the bubble map or anything like that. But as time goes on, I think Advantis has a lot of opportunity to improve. Do us Terrarium holders need to do anything? No, you don't have to do anything. They don't. You don't have to do anything. They are going to airdrop anybody who has Terrarium V1. They're going to drop Terrarium V2 tokens to you, and that should be the end of it. But we'll see. I mean, it should be an easy thing to do. But I remember the Volt, not the Volt, but remember the Saitama thing where they went from, you gave us $1,000 and now your $1,000 only worth $10. Oh, well, we're not sending you new tokens because it's not worth it to us. So that possibility certainly exists. It would be a slap in the face to everybody who invested hard-earned money and got wrecked because of their investment in it, and because the money and the liquidity was pulled both by Dr. Ramana Nadu and from Milton doing the payroll, things like that. So there are some problems, and it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it. If they make it right for everybody, that's a brilliant move. That's a perfect move, and you move on from there. If they don't, then they're going to create even more problems than they already have. So, but I mean, this is a financial thing. So, maybe people get screwed over in the meantime. I mean, we see it and we keep seeing it. Not necessarily, by the way, I don't think Terrarium screws anybody over, but we see tokens all the time do that. So be prepared to have to talk about it, but who knows? Why is JP Morgan making such crypto-friendly moves? They've adamantly opposed cryptocurrencies. The bank CEO said that Bitcoin was worthless in October 21 and continued to express doubt about the industry. Nonetheless, the bank continues to invest in the area because Jamie Dimon is a liar. Now, here's the article over here, and you're seeing most banks are entering the digital asset realm as a result of the increased popularity of digital assets. Moreover, clients of many major banks have begun demanding some exposure to the new asset class. Ta-da! Oh, by the way, if you're not already, hit the like button, there you go. Hit the like button on the way in, or 4 out of 5 doctors say you might get butthole cancer on your mouth. So be very careful, because it's gross. You know what I mean? You have poo face. Binance.us and Voyager $1 billion deal opposed by the SEC. No kidding. Let me guess. Unregistered securities, right? Let's see here. In mid-2022, Voyager Digital filed for bankruptcy. In January of 2023. Binance managed to garner the court's approval for the same. At press time, the SEC has now opposed Binance US deal to purchase Voyager's assets. The regulatory agency, via its recent court filing, said the deal could end up being unlawful and discriminatory. Other proposed changes on the Binance US Voyager deal might also be non-compliant with the law. The SEC indicated that the means of repaying back Voyager's former customers was one such aspect. So paying back hardworking Americans is bullshit, and we're not going to have that at the SEC. We're not having that. That's not happening. Elaborating on the same, the objection filing noted that the redistribution of tokens to users would equate to the sale of unregistered securities. Jesus Christ. All right, look, until Gary Gensler is out, we're probably going to have some problems. So we'll see. All right, Richard, you just got promoted to mod. You can shut them down yourself, just in case. All right, so let's move on from that one. I mean, obviously, the SEC and Gary Gensler are going to be a problem and continue to present themselves as a problem until we get some clarity and until we move on. Crypto assets. This is concerning, by the way. Crypto assets starting to become overbought. Tom Emmer wants him out, by the way. So I'm not sure how long until he's gone, but there are a lot of people right now who are opposed to him continuing on as the SEC, including Hester Pierce, who also works with him. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how this works. And Diggy, you're a mod now too. Don't get power hungry. Or if you get hungry, don't eat pizza, because not Domino's anyway, because they beat their expectation in earnings. Crypto assets are slightly overbought right now. Now it does say the relevant indicator here, which measures the ratio, the realized cap here is a sort of fair model value. It doesn't say that it's so overbought that they're in the danger zone. So everything is not in the danger zone. However, they are indicating that there might be some pullback in the market. Now, that information might have come out, by the way, somewhere along 2 days ago, before we had this dip. I didn't check that article before, so they might have been collating that article for a couple days, and we'll see. So Solana blockchain well positioned to reassert itself as a genuine layer 1 competitor. Coinbase, and by the way, Coinbase is creating its own blockchain. Guys, let me tell you something. If there's one company out here in America that's representing possibly your better interest in crypto, like them or not, it is Coinbase. Now, does that mean that Brian Armstrong, I think his name is a good person? No. Any billionaire is a bad person. I'm telling you. There's no such thing as good billionaires. And if you look and you go, well, yeah, but what about Elon Musk? Well, Elon Musk's sister is also his mom. and his dad adopted a 13-year-old girl and married her at 18. So you can think what you want about it. And Elon Musk is so extreme, he doesn't even support the pullout method and says that everybody has an obligation to continue making babies, and that the world is not overpopulated, that it's underpopulated, and that unless we add more people to the world, we're all gonna die. So yeah, no, he's crazy. I'm telling you, billionaires are not great people. It's nuts. Now, that being said, Elon, hey man, what's up, dog? Like you, love you. Matter of fact, here, if you're driving to SpaceX to try to do to whatever you're going to do over at SpaceX, build spaceships, talk to aliens, reveal yourself as an alien, whatever it is that you're going to do. Just remember, on the billboard outside, it says the world's first deflationary crypto exchange, VoltaChange, is available at www.voltachange.net. And listen, it's a Tesla. It runs on volts. So you should probably say something about it. I don't know. Tesla has high voltage. I don't know. Do something. Do something, you alien. Anyway, so moving back over here, we're starting to see, by the way, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think it might be time for that pump I was talking about. We're going into the test net for the Shane Capella upgrade, and now we're getting a nice little pump over here. And in the 1 hour chart, look what's happening with Ethereum. Ethereum is starting to run, even though the market is still down. If you remember yesterday, we've decoupled just a little bit on Ethereum from some of the extreme highs. So some interest in Ethereum has just picked up. That's what's going on, right? His father married his sister. Yeah, but it's adopted, so it's cool. You know what I mean? But she was 13 when he adopted her. She was 13. She was 13. She was 13 years old when she got adopted, and then they got married when she was of age. What do you think was going on in that house? It wasn't good. All right, so 1665 on Ethereum right now. It's starting to get that little pump on. 1678 is the number right now to beat. You can see right here that we've got the resistance happening right there. You've used this as support twice. Didn't work as resistance, though, by the way, although you can probably make an argument here that this big wick right here might be indicative of that, but you did have this big wick down here at the bottom indicating that a pump was inevitable, and now it's moving back up. I'm going to suggest, just based on the way this thing is playing out right now, that we're probably going up a little bit more. But I would, if I'm you, and I'm looking to make a play right here, I would probably be taking profit right around 1670, 1679. I would maybe hold on to 1690, 1692. But then that would be time to exit, and consider that Ethereum does like to bounce around on this chart. So this upward momentum won't last forever. So you probably, it will probably come back down here and test at least that 1630 one more time. So I got in, by the way, at 1622 yesterday. So I'm looking for a little bit more than what we're at right now. 1678 would be okay, but not great. Moving on. So anyway, the Solana blockchain is a big deal because Solana was not immune to the fallout. This is where, the FTX collapse affected Solana mightily. Nevertheless, the fundamental value proposition of the Solana protocol persists from a technical perspective, wrote Brian Kubelis. As a blockchain optimized for high throughput, de minimis costs, and native scalability, it represents a legitimately differentiated approach within the layer one landscape. Coinbase says, given the ecosystem's relative strength in terms of network activity, with regards to transactions, users, and development, Solana is well positioned to reassert itself as a genuine layer one competitor. So, and I think there's going to be an investment here, maybe coming here to make something happen off of this Solana blockchain. I think we might be seeing that Coinbase is moving towards that path, and that might be where they're going to absorb and create their own blockchain using Solana. I don't know how it plays out yet. Maybe they have no interest. Maybe they're just pumping it for their bag, for all I know. But we'll see what happens. I'll say now, here's another one. This is not off topic, but Spotify is testing Web3 wallets integration. Users can access the token-enabled playlists from Overlord, Fluff, Moonbirds, and Kingship with their NFT wallets. Music streaming platform Spotify expands its Web3 efforts by testing token-enabled playlists in several key markets. Now, what that's doing is that's creating a use case for you for NFTs. Now, you have to get to, for this to be a thing, right? You're going to have to get this to gasless fees or absolutely minimal fees that can be absorbed by somebody to pay for the transactions. Otherwise, that's not happening, because you're not going to have a million people downloading a $10 playlist from somebody. You know what I mean? Because you can already just get, what's the playlist? I'll just add it. I can just manually do that shit. I'm not paying $10 for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be ridiculous. But if you can get an NFT for like $2 or $3 or $3, a couple of bucks, and say, here, this is my playlist, and then you just pop it into Spotify, and then boom, you're ready to go. I mean, maybe that's something. It's innovative and it's creative, and it's a quick way to share. I mean, imagine coming over here to Twitter, right? By the way, let me stop for a second, and we're going to point this out, because if you're not vaulted, you're missing. You're missing out, right? Because there are so many things happening in the Vaultiverse that it's crazy, right? So let's look at this right here. One of our most vaulted achievements is our Telegram voice chat that's been running 24/7 for 14 months. Now, if you're in a project right now and you don't have a Telegram voice chat that's running 24/7, there's something wrong. Like, that project's not understanding the communication within their own audience, and they should probably rethink the strategy. There should be 24/7 a Telegram voice chat that's always on. We average 100 to 150 people during the day in the main voice chat. If there's only one person in your voice chat, fine. Eventually, one person will find another person, and there'll be two people. And then eventually a third person will come in. And then everybody who's popping in will start to come into the chat, right? So Crypto Chick says, mind blown, woke up to 36 people in the Volt Chinese Telegram voice chat, approaching 11,000 members. It's growing at a rapid rate. Now, if you go to the current Volt chat, Volt chat has 28,559 members. Chinese Volt chat has 11,000 already. So really consider, if you're a developer, for sure, you need a 24/7 Telegram. I'm not saying that that's going to make you moon. I'm not saying it's going to do anything other than create a means by which other people can communicate with one another about the project and constantly talk and constantly evolve ideas and camaraderie amongst your community. Because just walking into a Telegram and typing something and then walking away, that's what most people are doing, and that's not engaging people. So moving on. So one more big piece here. On-chain analyst Willy Woo says Bitcoin short squeeze now on the table as Bitcoin indicators flip bullish. Fundamental strength indicator is no longer overheated and starting to rise. FSI tracks the strength of 17 fundamentals and technical indicators. If price gets much above 25,000, it could go in for a short squeeze. Guys, what have I been telling you this entire time? Every day you come to me looking for information about cryptocurrency. Every day we're having this same discussion right here. And that same discussion is, and by the way, I moved the golden pocket just a little bit last night. If you were here for it, good. If not, But 25,300, this kind of area right here, this is where that golden pocket is, right? This is where there's so many shorts that are sitting in this entire range right here, and buy orders. Because this is one of those ranges with very little volume that people are saying, I would put in a buy order. Look, like if you're creating a buy order, right, and it's a long-term buy order, just consider for a second, where do you want to do it? You want to do it in a place with no resistance, that you want to do it. Let's go back over here. Let's zoom out just a little bit, and then we're going to use our volume profile, right? And we're going to turn that volume profile into, let's get rid of those. And then we're going to do this one to 256. All right. So if you're going to set yourself an order, then why not set your order in a place where there's no trading volume, right? Well, this spot right here, there's no trading volume from 25,300 all the way up to 28,000. This is all the trading volume, right? But when you come up here, you got to move this out just a little bit. And the longer you go back, it doesn't change. This is the lowest amount of trading volume. So if you're going to set yourself up for success, then you're going to buy right here. And then boom, it's just going to start running from there, right? Ta-da. So, it's probably a little bit higher than I thought. Like I would move it down. You know what? Let's just go hard or go home, right? We're going to call it 28.8. No, there is no way I'm doing that because that makes me look retarded. You know what? Let's just leave it there. All right. So anyway, this is the golden pocket, and this is what's going to happen, right? So that's where we want to see all of this happening. So let's get rid of the volume profile. And now that's where that short squeeze comes into play. This is exactly what we've been talking about all of this time. So could that short squeeze be happening? Well, that's going to depend on the bulls over the next little while. Now, the market has opened, and the market opened up 116 points for the day. Great sign for cryptocurrency, especially because the NASDAQ was having a nice little run. Now, NASDAQ's only up 5.9 right here, as opposed to this big move, right? So we'll see. Oh, I'm sorry, it's delayed. My bad. Let's go here. Never mind. It's delayed 15 minutes to get real-time data. Okay, so we'll find out in about 5 minutes where it is. So, but we're at 1.053 trillion market cap. So it's coming back down, making another red one. It could be the United States is back to doing its stupid shit again, of trying to, I'm just trying to take profits, brah. Just trying to do my thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just totally going on. You know what I mean? Now, a couple more things before we close this out. Number one, David Schwartz, one of the creators of Ripple, he comes out and look, I'm going to warn you right now. If you've ever seen Independence Day, and I don't know if any of you have ever seen Independence Day, but it is a movie with Will Smith and Brent Spiner. He plays kind of a crazy, kooky sort of doctor, right? I want you to take a look at it right here. That's Brent Spiner. He's playing the doctor, the crazy ass doctor in Independence Day. And yeah, so while we're on that subject, this right here is David Schwartz, the founder and CTO at Ripple. Yeah, it's really happening. All right, so don't believe, and by the way, you don't have to believe me to scroll through here and see some of these pictures that this guy has. Woo! Now, he posted this a couple days ago. When a scrappy financial startup takes on a web of corruption and betrayal to bring instant payments to the masses, they learn that the cost of disrupting the status quo is higher than they could have ever imagined, forcing them to decide between their vision and their survival. So, I don't know what that means to him or why he's suddenly posting that, but that would indicate to me that something is happening in the background here. So, and you can also see, like, if you just go through this just for a few minutes, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this guy really is the alien. He's not the guy from Independence Day. He's the alien from Independence Day. You know what I mean? Like you'll see. But yeah, he's a little bit radical. But anyway, that post right there is kind of indicative of there might be a settlement getting ready to happen. There's something about to go down. And like I told you before, they're guilty of what they said. The question has always been not Ripple, but XRP. This right here they did all the stuff they're accused of doing. So the settlement at least is going to be a penalty for Ripple. We'll see how it applies to XRP. And then finally, Floki. Fun fact, Floki currently has more trading volume than Doge and SHIB on the biggest exchanges that have listed us. This includes KuCoin, OKX, and Huobi. So look at all the trading volume that's right there. Now, also, let's look at KuCoin, OKX, and Huobi in terms of Volt. If those are the big listings and we're getting into that, you have to go look and at least make a reasonable comparison. Now, does Floki and Volt really compare to one another? Well, not exactly, not yet. Floki's had a little bit more of a successful run for right now and maintained a little bit of a higher market cap for a longer period of time, but they were both forged in fire within 6 months of each other, and I think Volt comes out with a lot more functionality and utility in the long term than what Floki has. But Floki's had an adamant sort of base, and they're trading at about a $300 million market cap. Volt is trading at about 112 million market cap. So if KuCoin and Huobi were two of the exchanges that we're listing, are we going to go to 300 million market cap just that easy? I mean, the answer to that should be absolutely. So I would hold on to your hat for a little while, because things at Volt are about to get, the price of your Volt tokens is about to get pretty expensive, I would think. So remember, Polygon is coming. Polygon is the most traded on blockchain, by the way. Ethereum is not the most traded on anymore. Polygon is the most traded on blockchain. Volt is moving into a third branch onto the Polygon network. Volt has two major centralized exchanges coming, 3 total, but 2 that are imminent, that are going to be released any day now. There are 5 days left until the end of the month. Volt was confident that it was going to have an all-time high in the month of February. So now we're in the last 5 days of the month, and it is gut check time. Let's see exactly what happens to Volt over the next couple of days, because it is about to get interesting. Now, before we close out, we're going to skip some of that over there. We're going to see how the market develops over the course of today. But Wiz Protocol is up 42.72, up about 5% on the day, 7% on the day. WAGMI at 45.18, still outside of that channel I said, so that's a good thing. It used it as support, bouncing off of that area, and that's exactly what you want to see out of it. You want to see it get over the 50-day AM SMA. That's going to be a big move. CMOS 38.58, not really changed. Bone at 186, not really changed. SHIB 13.15, down a little bit. It was at about 13.40 last time we were really looking at it. Cato 13.56, Lillian 60.52, MMAI 38.56, Terrarium 31.43, BRL $1.50, Volt 18.04, Saitama 24.46, NGN 85 cents, down a little bit more. A little more sell-off every once in a while. You have that one guy, fun guy, he's a real mushroom, doing a little sell-off. Then you have 48.88 for Volt, Decanect at 83.36. That's 8 cents, by the way. And then you have Hulk down here at 30.95. So there we go. Tuning in from Hickam Air Force Base. Well, salute to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you very much for doing that. Can we take a look at that? We can, but not today. We're going to have to save that one for another time. I do have that on my list of stuff that I want to start covering and looking at, but we have run out of time, and I have got to get to work for the day. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I am always right. And I think that we're about to get on that run. We're about to get on the epic run. We're going to start to get that short squeeze going. It's going to take a few days, I think, because we're going to have to create some more levels to get there, because even if we hit it right now, we don't have the strength to go through it. But, give us a few days to kind of build up to it, and then boom, we're going to do that short squeeze, and there's going to be a lot of people getting wrecked. And remember, tomorrow's Friday, and that's when the shorts get wrecked anyway. So it's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like